Three stocks I'm buying April 2021 edition. Welcome in, guys, to the kitchen. I'm just here cooking up some stocks for you guys. Some hopefully some great stocks as always. So today we're gonna get into two stocks that are for sure buys for me in the month of April, and then we're gonna get into actually five stocks. Okay, five stocks that I'm gonna probably buy in the month of April. And yeah, so I know we call it three stocks because it's just for nostalgia's sake, but actually we're getting into 7 different stocks in this video, which is the most we've ever gotten into in one of these videos ever. So I hope you guys enjoy this as always. Hope you get a tremendous amount of value out of it. If you don't mind, smash that thumbs up. That helps us out in that pesky YouTube algorithm. As always, guys, I appreciate it. I hope you appreciate me putting out these videos for you guys and keeping you informed on some of these stocks I'm buying and the moves I'm making out there in the market. All right. So somebody did something really interesting in the private group. They sent me this, and shout out to the person that did this. It was pretty cool. There was one mistake you made. It was a fizzy get dizzy. That stock split, so that stock's actually up over 100%. But they went through all the stocks, all the videos essentially I released in 2020 about different stocks and how much those stocks are up or down. And it looks like the only one that really got us in any major way was CCL, unfortunately. But everything else, pretty darn good. I've been putting out these videos since 2016. So if anybody ever wants to, has a lot of time in their hands and they want to go through and accurately, put up the numbers of every single stock I've ever mentioned in the history of this series, starting way back at, I think, September of 2016, go for it, man, and send me the results on Instagram or send me the results in Discord. If you ever feel like doing something like that, I would love to see it. I feel like definitely 90% plus of the stocks that we've ever featured on this were winners, and most of them ended up being huge winners. I think it might even be 95% plus. But we don't know until we see the concrete data. So I would love to kind of see those numbers. I don't have the time to do that, but if any of you guys ever feel like doing it, man, send it over. I'd love to look at it. And as always, if you're looking to apply for my private stock group, you're looking to take your investing to the next level, you want to join in there with all the other members that are in 6-figure, 7-figure club. And, we have students in there from all different walks of life at different stages in their investing careers and whatnot. If you're looking for that link will be the pinned comment down there. I might also have it in the description, but for sure it'll be the pinned comment. If you don't follow me on the IG yet, make sure you follow me on there. I'm probably one of the most active people out there when it comes to Instagram stories. So without further ado, guys, let's get into this. The first stock of the bunch is Tattooed Chef, TTCF. Those of you that watch my videos all the time, you guys know this one had to make this list, okay? There's no way I was going to have 3 stocks I'm buying and not have this one on here. It was a for sure stock, okay? So when it comes to TTCF, here's what's going on. There's a lot going on, okay? Massive growth, plant-based food company, tremendous upside potential for this stock. I mean, absolutely insane. EPS will take off over the coming years. I'm not even focused on the EPS with this company yet. The EPS story, earnings per share, profitability, net income, that is a 2023 and after worry, okay? And thinking about how they expand that. Right now in the short term, as in the next couple years, this is all just about massive revenue growth. So they're expected to grow about 50% this year. I think they're actually going to grow much, I don't want to say much higher, but I think they're going to grow more than 50%. I think there's a possibility of 55% to 65% revenue growth this year. I'm looking at some of these distribution deals are already getting announced, right? I'm looking at product placement. I'm looking at sell-through. I think they're going to actually be able to put up a bigger number than that. They're supposed to do about 36% revenue growth next year. I think that number is way low. Next year, they're going to be, in my opinion, in almost all the grocery stores you want to be in. And so I'm looking at these numbers, and I think they're actually way low. And that's saying a lot because, keep in mind, this is a company that, even at these growth rates, that's ridiculous. I say there's not a lot of food companies growing at these type of rates. Food industry is usually slow growth. And this is anything but slow growth. The innovation coming out of this company is it is rapid, guys. It is absolutely rapid. I'm taking you inside the private Discord chat for a moment, inside the private stock group. And one of the tabs we have in there is called Tattooed Chef Product Picks. So basically every time people go to stores, they take pictures of Tattooed Chef products, Target, Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club. We're seeing the distribution all over the place. And what we're finding in there is, just massive displays all over the place. Okay, Costco, They're getting, for the AC bowls, huge product placement in all the Costco stores. I've been to some Sam's Club that have like 7 items from Tattooed Chef recently, okay? But this is a big one. This is a new one, the distribution deal with Target. They're getting almost a full door in a lot of the stores, and the product looks amazing. It hits you when you walk down that aisle. I think this is absolutely tremendous. This one shows you what a full store is going to look like, because they're supposed to have 6 SKUs. The enchilada bowls, the macaroni and cheese bowls, which is actually more like cauliflower and cheese, okay? The plant-based burrito bowls they have, the Buddha bowls, then they have the veggie hemp bowls, and then they're supposed to also have a pepperoni pizza bowl, which those are the best. Like, in my opinion, like I could eat those like every day, and those are so dang hard to find. Sam and Sarah, you guys got to like ramp up. Stephanie, you guys got to ramp up production on those pepperoni pizza bowls, man. It's made with a plant-based pepperoni. Oh, it's better than real pepperoni. That's all I'll say about that. Oh my gosh. But those things are always out. They need to get the shelf stock. But that's what it's going to look like. Just almost a full door. That's tremendous. I mean, Target's got to have a huge belief in this company, Ttcf, to make them have almost an entire door to themselves as a newer company on the block. You gotta be moving. You gotta be moving items to get that, okay? And so, as this is successful, they're going to be able to have crazy sell-through in the Target, but then they're going to be able to use those numbers and say, to this grocery store and this store and this store, hey, here's our, what we did with Target, and here's the type of volumes we're moving. And then they're going to get huge distribution into all the big grocery stores as well over time. So this is absolutely phenomenal. Where I think a lot of folks make mistakes when it comes to Tattooed Chef is they're only viewing this as a freezer company with frozen foods, and they're not using their imagination on where this company is going at all. And when it comes to growth companies, you can't just look at whatever the company's doing today and be like, that's all the company is and that's all there'll ever be. That's not the way it works. You have to be able to look at the full picture on where a company's going over the next 3-5 years. The freezer aisle, that's huge potential. They can get 1, 2, maybe even 3 doors in the freezer aisle over time in these stores, okay? And basically get in more stores, basically get more SKUs in the stores, move up sell-through, bring more customer awareness. But they've already mentioned they're going to get into snacks. They've already mentioned this on several investor presentations. They want to get into the snacks category over time. I think cauliflower chips is going to be the perfect opportunity. I think that could be something that's huge for them. 4 to 8 different flavors of cauliflower chips. I don't know what specific products they're going to launch. That's just, I'm putting things together here. Sam Galetti, he used to be part of the Pop Chips, okay? And cauliflower chips is something that's starting to kind of become something. And I'm looking at this, I'm putting all these things together, and I'm like, they wanted to get into snacks maybe in the next 12 to 18 months. Cauliflower chips probably make the most sense. You got connections already in these stores, like a Target, a Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco. They already have these connections. Then grocery stores next. I can totally see 4 to 8 different flavors. Brings more awareness, more touch points with consumers. Riced cauliflower, they're going to be they're just like one of the biggest players in cauliflower, just straight up. Chipotle's already been testing a cauliflower product in the market, okay? I think tons of quick serve restaurants and just restaurants in general, fast food places, like a Chipotle could basically offer some items that are rice cauliflower, okay? And then, lastly, I think they might want to get more into plant-based meats over time. Remember, they already have their plant-based meats already in some of their products, like the burrito bowl has a plant-based meat in it. The pepperoni pizza bowl, plant-based meat of their own, okay? I think they could try to compete longer term with maybe Beyond Meat and Impossible. And maybe get into fast food, quick serve, big sit-down restaurants, schools. Remember, if folks want to, have their family eat plant-based, right? Well, guess what? You're gonna want your kids to eat plant-based, so which means you're gonna put pressure on schools to offer these different items. So huge potential here. This is, in my opinion, going to become a food giant, so much more than just a freezer company or something like that. Okay, just ridiculous. Now, this is actually basically some graphs that were put together from one of the members of the private stock group, and I got to say I agree with a lot of these numbers here. I might be a little more bullish, but just a little bit more bullish on this company kind of moving forward. And the share price going to $74, in 2025. In my opinion, in 2025, this is going to be between a $60 stock and a $100 stock, in my personal opinion, based upon everything I'm looking at and what valuation would make sense, because I think this company is going to have a ton of growth even past 2025. When I think about all the different verticals they can get into over time, and as long as they keep the pedal to the metal, which they seem focused on it, huge upside potential in Tattooed Chef over time. Revenue, net income, stores, SKUs, sell-through, awareness. Oh my gosh, guys, it's just massive, massive stuff. And then the company has around, they just said on the investor presentation recently, the latest investor call thing, they did, around $200 million of cash. This is a small market cap company. 200 mil, they're in the financial position. Never mind as profitability starts to come in and cash flow starts to come in, they're in the financial position to add employees, add factories, add whatever they need to add to build out this business. They're vertically integrated top to bottom. How many food companies are really vertically integrated top to bottom? This is the Tesla of food, man. It's absolute, I can't wait to see where this company goes over the next 5-10 years. It's going to be a beast in my opinion. So Ttcf is a for sure stock, okay? Now we got to get another other for sure stock, and then we have 5 probably stocks to get into that I'll probably buy, okay? Next for sure stock, Corsair Gaming, okay? This and Tattoo Chef, basically, I want to get my positions fully built out in these by the end of April. That is my goal. Corsair Gaming, $3 billion market cap in this company. Just went public this past year, just like Tattooed Chef. This is so simple, this one. It trades at a 24 P. It's just silly. You don't have a company like this with this type of growth ahead of it trading at a forward P of 20. That is beyond silly in my opinion. This is just a company looking for a long-term shareholder base here. This company should be trading at least a 30, if not a 40 forward P on this company. When you look at the type of growth rates they have going, and they're in the gaming industry and the streaming industry. Like, can you think of anything better to be in? Like for a business, like absolutely amazing. Okay, huge in gaming gear. Anybody that knows anything about gaming, Corsair. They're huge into streaming because they bought Elgato a couple of years ago. Stream decks and audio. I bought one of those microphones. It doesn't work, unfortunately, very well with Loom, but the quality of it is ridiculous. That quality of microphone is the best I've ever bought, period. It just unfortunately doesn't work with Loom, so it is what it is. Lighting, I actually have a light right there. I'm not using it today because I have natural light coming in this window here, but that light is really dang cool. It connects to my phone. I can control like the temperature of the light. I can control how bright it is, everything right from my phone. Pretty dang awesome, okay? Elgato continues to build out PC components. You want full gaming PCs, they can do that for you. Software, they're buying apps. They're doing so many things at Corsair Gaming. It's absolutely amazing. Also on this brand, Scuff, which makes customized PlayStation controllers and Xbox controllers, which is becoming like even a bigger thing, and a lot of these controllers can run like $200 or so. So I would imagine that's a pretty darn profitable business. It's only a small, I want to say it's like 5% of their business or less than 5% of their business, so this isn't like a game changer for them, but it's just a really nice business to be in, and they're the biggest player in that market there. When it comes to valuation, it's just silly. I mean, this is a company that, analysts have them only growing 7% next year. I can see them growing, in 2022 we're talking about, I can see them growing 10% plus again. And as far as this year, current year, expected to do about 12% revenue growth. I can honestly see them growing 15 to 20%, if not over 20% this year. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, sell-through for these type of items is going to be there. It's going to continue to be there. They got a lot of channel fill to do. I go to Target stores all over the place. Items are out all over the place. They got to sell through for coming months. Like, that's going to help boost up numbers in a huge, huge way, right? Yeah, EPS should continue to rise for this company substantially. It's just way too low a value company. So I'll continue to build out the Corsair position. I'm hoping to get that position fully built basically by the end of April, along with Tattooed Chef. And then after that, if the stocks were to continue to go down, I'll buy them. But I think Corsair Gaming, I think Tattooed Chef, high probability those stocks could start moving up by summertime. That's why I'm really I got the pedal to the metal on these stocks, okay? Now, 5 stocks that are what I would call probably stocks, so I'll probably purchase them in the month of April, but they're not for sure buys, okay? Let's get into those. The first one up of the bunch is Palantir, so PLTR. So I've concluded my research into Palantir. Well, I don't want to say concluded because I feel like you're never done researching any company out there. But I got to say I like Palantir. I like the story that Palantir has. I like the technology. I like where the company's going. I'm keeping an eye on the stock. If we have some weakness in the NASDAQ, this stock could fall under $20. If it falls under 20, I'll start building out a position. It's not one of my highest conviction plays, but I like it. I really do. And so if it falls under 20, I'll start building a position. If it was to ever, hypothetically say, it falls under 15, I'll buy this stock extremely heavy. I really will. Do I see it falling under 15? Probably not. But hey, if it does, I will gladly be a buyer of this stock. But yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it. If it goes under 20, I'm buying. It just fell recently to 21 range. So all it would take was the NASDAQ to go down 3 to 6%, and Palantir could easily be in the 20s. So I'm keeping an eye on that one. I will be ready to buy this one. Strong growth company. They should continue to grow at a 30% plus clip for potentially years to go in the future. I like their business model. You know, profitability isn't the focus for this company, but long term, I feel like this company can be a cash flow machine, can be a profitability machine. I feel like they're a company that's innovative, so they can go into other verticals and other spaces over time, and so they're not just locked into like the whole only big companies use Palantir type thing. I think that's going to change over time, guys. I really like Palantir. I need it for the right price, right? And then I will gladly jump on that one. So that's the first of these 5 probablys. The second of these 5 probably stocks, Gtac, so Ggtf. This is one I just bought a few days ago. It was trading under 60 cents. I had never expected the stock to ever trade under 60 cents again. I was like, are you kidding me? Is this a holy smoke? Is this ain't no joke? Is this some sort of April Fool's joke? And I went ahead and bought another, 66,667 shares of Ggtf. So this has been trading around $100 million market cap or so. They just raised a bunch of money, so they're in a great capital position now. We're talking about a triple-digit growth company, meaning they're growing revenues over 100%. You know, in this space, they play in the Jack Jackson space. We're talking about this is a multi-decade growth opportunity, and I am 100% I think there's going to be multiple companies that are going to. I think there's going to be probably 50 plus companies that are going to have over $1 billion market cap in the Jack Jackson space. And I think there's probably going to be 10 companies or more by the end of this decade that will have over a $10 billion market cap in the Jack Jackson space, okay? So this is the type of company that I say, I don't know if they can get to a $10 billion market cap by the end of the decade, but I think they have a decent probability of getting to like $1 billion market cap or something like that. That's why I'm willing to take a risk on a stock like this. But what type of risk am I taking? Great capital position now. CEO's got his head on straight and is like fully focused on building the greatest team he could possibly build and the greatest brand he can build, and triple digit growth. So yeah, there's some risk there as with all stocks, but my gosh, the upside potential here it's too big for me to ignore and be like, let me just not buy that one. So this is one that if it falls under 60 cents, I'll gladly buy more of this one. I love this stock as a spec play. Love that one. Okay, so that was 2 of the 5 probablys. The third of the 5 probably stocks up here is Voyager Digital, VYGDF. Voyager Digital. So basically what they are right now is a crypto brokerage app. Okay, and I got to say I've been using the app. I really like it. I like the experience of it. I think, the CEO there, okay, he used to be the vice president for E-Trade. So high probability over time, this company could get into stock brokerage as well, credit cards, debit cards, other products. They're very focused on expanding to more than just a crypto brokerage. But let me be very clear, the user metrics and the user numbers around this company going insane right now. This company's been keeping up as far as, the top downloaded apps over the last couple months. It's been keeping up with some of the biggest fintech companies you'll ever find in the world, some of the biggest finance apps you'll ever find in the world. And this is like such a small baby company compared to those companies. And yet it's been growing like a wildfire. Like, it's absolutely amazing. So Voyager Digital, this is one of the most intriguing risk-reward profiles I can find out there in the stock market. I would love to put $1 million in the stock. I can't. I have maybe 200,000 or so in this stock. I would love to put $1 million plus in it because I think there's a decent probability that $1 million could go to 5 million, or 5 million to 10 million within the next 24 months. That's the crazy part. Like, not even talking like in 10 years. I'm talking over the next 24 months. But the thing that scares me with a crypto brokerage is like, what if there's some sort of big crypto crash, and does that take down a Voyager Digital and the crypto brokerages or something like that. Like, does this like break them? Does it bankrupt them? Does it, I worry about that a little bit. And so that's why I can't like buy $1 million worth of stock. If it wasn't for that, if this company was already a little more diversified, which then the market cap would probably be a lot higher than it is, I would be able to put $1 million plus in the stock. But for now, I got what I got in it, and I'm just comfortable with that for now. But my gosh, the risk reward profile on this stock is one of the most intriguing I've seen in the stock market in quite a while, because the numbers coming out of this company, ridiculous. Like literally, like no one heard of this company a year ago, and the numbers they've been putting up for the last 6 months or so is just on a whole other level like you've ever seen. Like wait till their next quarterly numbers come out. My gosh, guys. Okay, what an exciting stock that is. Okay, so now I think we have 2 more probably stocks to get to here. 2 more of my probably buys. And the Planet. So here's what's going on with the Planet. This has obviously been a stock I've bought a lot in the past. And most of the shares I own were at under a $300 million market cap. And a lot of the shares I own were even under a $200 million market cap. But since that time, a lot's changed with the Planet for the better. They're basically a few months away from opening up their Orange County store, okay? We're talking that store is going to be epic. I think that store is going to do crazy volume, but not just that. It's the fact that this company owns a ton of their own brands, and they're going to be able to distribute those brands all across California now. This is massive, guys. I mean, absolutely massive for the Planet. The company is in a ridiculous financial position. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is too big of an opportunity for me not to potentially buy some more shares, especially when it's trading around $1 billion market cap or under $1 billion. They have 9 figures of cash now on this balance sheet. This company is well prepped for if federal legalization comes to this product, they're ready, man. And we're watching literally in front of our eyes more and more states legalize. More and more states. Federal legalization is coming. It's just, is it coming in like the next 12 months, the next 24 months, the next 36 months? Federal legalization is coming because more and more of these states are legalizing one by one by one by one by one. It's just a matter of time. And for a company like the Planet that already has an established business and is already establishing a very nice name, brand name, not just in their stores but with their actual brands. They got the capital position. Like when this thing gets federally legalized, oh my gosh, okay? And the thing is, the market's already there for these products. It's not like this is something you got to build up over the next 5-10 years. No, like the market's already there, man. Massive amounts of Americans already are using the product that they sell, and it's just been on the kind of the DL for many, many years, right? And now it's kind of going to be legalized. It's a whole game changer here, and so. When I look at the Planet, I say this is the type of company. I've always said with the Planet, like I could see a day when this company is like a $5 billion, $10 billion company between their superstores plus some smaller format stores that still have a great experience, and then their own brands, which I think could be bigger opportunity for the company long term, especially from a profitability standpoint, than their actual physical stores. I still fully support that. So I look at this company at $1 billion market cap or so, especially if it falls under $1 billion, and I say, how do I not buy this? How do I not buy this? Vegas is going to be crazy this summer. I almost guarantee you guys, Vegas is going to be nuts this summer, man. People are been waiting to travel. I can even see Vegas starting to get crazy even, in the late springtime, but I feel like July, August, even June, going to be nuts in Vegas. I feel like, especially on the weekends, it's going to be back. In the Planet store here in Vegas, going to be doing crazy numbers. Orange County store, I think, is going to be doing crazy numbers. And the brand exposure they're going to have overnight to the biggest market for Jack Jackson, which is California. Oh my gosh, guys. Just huge, okay? Just huge. Next one up here of these probably stocks that I will probably buy. Amazon. Yes, Amazon. I've never been able to buy this stock before, but I've just been looking at it recently, and I'm like, I look at the valuation, I say, it's at around a 60 forward P, and I say, that's not expensive for Amazon. The thing is with this business model, they're still growing 20% plus, if not 30% plus revenues. Profitability is going to continue to pour in. AWS is a must-use service. I've found that out, in business. Let's just put it that way. And I mean, they just have so many dang components to their business. I'm like, that's just, it seems like just a stock I have to buy. It just is like a, you know, diversification play in the portfolio. I've always wanted to own it. I've never owned it. And maybe April's that month where I finally buy the stock. Especially if there's any type of real weakness and let's say the stock falls under 3,000. Gonna have to pick up some shares, man. Just gotta do it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video as always. Once again, if you didn't already smash the thumbs up, please do so. That helps us out huge in that pesky YouTube algorithm. I do appreciate all you guys for being here. Much love as always. If you're looking to apply for my private stock group, you want to join us in there, basically check out the pinned comment down there. Alrighty guys, have a great day. Thanks for joining me and